Justin Gaethje began his MMA career in 2011, and from the very first fight, he announced himself with a highlight reel slam. In his debut year, Gaethje fought twice more, delivering even more moments that lived up to his moniker and laid the perfect foundation to destroy anyone who crossed his path. By the end of 2013, Justin Gaethje was already 10-0 in MMA, and his spectacular performances earned him a shot at the World Series of Fighting lightweight belt, which he won in style. If his title win was a one-sided demolition, his 6 title defenses were even more impressive, as he tore through one top contender after another and added most of them to his growing highlight reel. By 2016, Justin Gaethje was one of the biggest prospects outside the UFC, so it was only a matter of time before Dana White signed him. But his first test in the octagon was a brutal one against Michael Johnson.
It's all right, we're gonna bang, don't get it wrong, but you're out of your league on this one, buddy.
The fight was an all-out banger, with both men pouring everything into a savage war and trading blows that left them battered, bruised, and wobbling multiple times. Gaethje ultimately stopped the fight with a spectacular second-round knockout and walked away with both Performance of the Night and Fight of the Night bonuses. With a win as sparkling as the one over Johnson, Gaethje rocketed straight into the UFC lightweight top 5, and his next opponent was former champion Eddie Alvarez, who was desperate to claw his way back after being destroyed by Conor McGregor.
I want him to fight me, and we'll see what happens.
Justin knew he was facing the biggest test of his career, but he was fully ready for it.
I expect him to try to. If he doesn't try to beat me up, then I will be very depressed. That's the name of the game. I mean, I know what he's bringing, and there's no reason to, like I said, let him control my emotions. So
Eddie Alvarez and Justin Gaethje battered each other in a brutal striking battle that, against all odds, looked like it might actually reach the scorecards. But in the final minute of the third round, a crushing knee from Alvarez dropped Gaethje, and a few follow-up punches forced a TKO stoppage in the third round. Despite the loss, Gaethje walked away proud of his performance.
I told people before that I had the fight of the year, until I fought again. And, and that's what I do. That's what I do every time. I, get a bonus every time. And I really had a lot of fun in there. That's first and foremost. It was a time of my life, honestly, being in front of that many people, being able to put my skills, on the line at the highest level on a pay-per-view. So all those things.
After 2 insane performances in the UFC, Gaethje wasn't slowing down because his next challenge was even scarier in Dustin Poirier. And once again, it was an all-out banger. This was a fight between 2 of the biggest names at lightweight, and with both promising fireworks, fans knew they were in for a treat.
I mean, when they called me with this fight, I'm a fan of the sport, and I know fun matchups, and when they call me, these are the kind of fights that I want to be part of, though. These are the kind of fights that I chase my whole career, guys who want to fight, guys who want to try to put guys away and come in there and leave it all out there. That's what the kind of fights I want to be part of.
I said I'll go for Performance of the Night, and if it goes past 2 rounds, I'll go for Performance and Fight of the Night.
On fight night, both men gave everything inside the cage, bruising, rattling, and bloodying each other for 3 brutal rounds. But in the 4th, Gaethje's body held firm while his consciousness finally gave out, handing Poirier a TKO victory. Even in defeat, Gaethje took pride in knowing he had put on a show and entertained the fans.
I didn't get in the sport to win or lose. It's an entertainment factor for me, and I will be known as and remembered as one of the most entertaining fighters that ever did it. And I'm content with what just happened, as stupid and crazy as that sounds. I felt so comfortable in there, so good. The best I've ever felt.
Even though Gaethje was giving fans exactly what they wanted, he was still coming up short in the big fights, and that was hurting his title hopes. He knew it was time to step back and make some changes. In his next bouts, Gaethje ditched reckless brawling and teamed up with coach Trevor Whitman to unlock a more calculated and deadly counterpunching style. It didn't take long for the results to show. Gaethje rattled off 3 consecutive wins against James Vick, Edson Barboza, and Donald Cerrone, but his biggest test yet came against Tony Ferguson in an interim lightweight title fight that stunned the world. The win earned Gaethje a title unification bout against the scariest man in his division, champ Khabib Nurmagomedov.
I felt great. Biggest opportunity of my life, man. I've been putting work in for 8 weeks now, so my body feels great. Sore, tired, but I feel great.
Khabib was undefeated at 28, An O, and he was smashing anybody who dared to challenge. Yet Gaethje felt extremely confident going into the fight at UFC 254.
No, I know he's, ultimately confident in what he does. He's done it 28 times. So, I expect him to believe that that's going to happen. I've been telling myself that's going to happen, as a matter of fact. And that's what drives me every single day. I'm a performer. I always show up under the lights. And that's what I do. I've been doing this as long as he has. This is ingrained in us. And on Saturday night, I will, leave everything, give everything, and, be proud of my performance.
Khabib knew Gaethje was a serious threat, with lethal striking and a solid wrestling base, but he was prepared to do whatever it took to finish him.
He knows how to wrestle. It's gonna be a little bit hard, but I prepare myself to try to take him down 100 times. It's gonna be very interesting Saturday night.
On fight night, Khabib hunted Gaethje down like a demon in the first round, putting a crazy amount of pressure on him and leaving him gasping for air by the end of the round. In round 2, Khabib would finish the fight with a triangle choke, handing Gaethje his biggest career setback.
So, it sucks. I'm hurt. It's emotional. But ultimately, it's the name of the game, man. And
Gaethje kept pushing forward despite a heartbreaking loss, and a victory over Michael Chandler earned him another title shot. His opponent was yet another grappling powerhouse, Charles Oliveira, who had been stripped of his belt for missing weight, leaving only Gaethje eligible to claim the championship. Once dismissed as a journeyman who buckled under pressure, Charles Oliveira reinvented himself after 2018 and became an unstoppable force, eventually capturing the title in 2022. But despite Oliveira's 10-fight win streak, Justin Gaethje refused to give him any respect in the lead-up to their UFC 274 showdown.
All my criticism of Charles is from a kid that we were talking about, that we all watched grow, and now we're talking about a man with confidence. It's a different person, but ultimately, the same Charles is still there. Same Charles that fought Cub Swanson, same Charles that fought Donald Cerrone, same Charles that fought RDA, Pettis. Choices were made in that by him, and the choice to quit was made. And I'm going to give him that choice on Saturday night. I guarantee that.
Gaethje even went as far as to claim that Oliveira was nothing special, and certainly not on the level of Khabib, who had dominated him in their title unification bout at UFC 254.
Yeah, but he's answered that. He doesn't quit anymore.
That's fine. I think that's true. However, once a coward, always a coward. I'm not calling him a coward, but I'm saying that's you can't just take that away. It's there. Khabib never showed you that, and that's why you can't compare those two.
Oliveira paid no mind to the trash talk and stayed completely focused on the fight ahead.
He can talk whatever he wants to talk. The hype, the talk doesn't bother me at all. I'm here to focus on what I'm going to do. I'm here to focus on Charles Oliveira, and the champion is going to be Charles Oliveira. I'm the champion of the division. I don't care what he says.
On fight night, Oliveira got dropped early, but Gaethje refused to take the fight to the ground despite hurting him. DuBronx recovered, returned the favor with a thunderous right hand, and finished Gaethje with a choke in the first round. Afterward, a humbled Gaethje admitted that Oliveira possessed truly terrifying knockout power.
Who has hit you the hardest?
Oh, I think the best shot that landed on me was from Oliveira. It's the same shot 100 times. You don't see it one time, and it's just so much more effective. That was the case that night. He caught me off guard by surprise, and it hurt. It hurt.
Thank you.
Never one to stay down, Justin Gaethje bounced back in a big way, but only to end up as the highlight reel for someone else. After his loss to Oliveira, Gaethje bounced back with 2 massive wins, including a shocking head kick knockout of Dustin Poirier in a BMF title fight. That victory made the way for another BMF showdown against Max Holloway at UFC 300. Heading into the fight, both men carried a deep respect for each other. On fight night, both men came to throw down, but Holloway was clearly in control, outstriking Gaethje round after round. By the 5th, Max was comfortably ahead on the scorecards, and most fighters would have coasted to a decision. But Holloway had other plans. In a truly BMF moment, he pointed to the center of the octagon and invited Gaethje to trade bombs for the final 10 seconds. With just 1 second left on the clock, Max landed a thunderous right hand, knocking Gaethje out cold and delivering one of the most unforgettable finishes in UFC history. With another loss on his record, Justin Gaethje bounced back like he always does, securing a big win over Rafael Fiziev to earn an interim title shot against one of the most popular names in his division, and it was nuts.